Let's bring in now senior national security analyst, former acting director of national intelligence, Ric Grenell, also the former U.S. ambassador to Germany. Rick, welcome in. Good to see you today.
Bianca, thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. I'd like to start first with Hunter Biden returning to court. Not surprisingly, Abbe Lowell entered his not guilty plea on these 3 felony charges. There will be obviously conditions. He passed his random drug test today, but still no charges for failing to file as a foreign agent, registration act. There's no FARA. There's also questions about the Mann Act with solicitation across state lines. Do you think we'll ever see those charges, Rick?
No, because DOJ is totally one-sided and partisan. The whole place has been taken over by partisan politics. We see it. You don't wait 2.5 years and then launch 91 charges against Donald Trump. I mean, think about that. They waited, they coordinated in states and federal liberal, crazy, left-wing judges and prosecutors. They all decided to just wait until President Trump decided to run. And then they launched these missile attacks of 91 charges. Think about that, 91 charges that they waited on. They are very clear that they know how to manipulate this whole process. That's why Hunter Biden is not being charged for anything serious. And what did we hear today, Bianca? We heard the court say to Hunter Biden, go get a job. I thought, are we in this whole problem because he was trying to get a job?
I was thinking myself that Burisma opportunity won't be falling into his lap again. And interesting, we'll be getting some reaction about them possibly using a Supreme Court ruling on the Second Amendment to get out of it. Interesting, since his dad, of course, just launched a new federal bureau for gun violence.
Say anything, right? They'll say anything to get out. It doesn't matter if it's the truth or consistent. They'll say anything.
Speaking of saying things, we saw the judge in Trump's civil case, and let's pivot to this, Judge Engoron, yesterday there, literally taking his glasses off, smirking. I mean, is this a photo op or is this a civil trial he's proceeding over? It's just very odd to see that behavior. He's an activist judge, many people say, and now there could be further evidence of what his thoughts really are. This is a video of him. I want to play it for our viewers. 2015, here's this judge talking about overriding a jury's verdict.
Juries get it wrong a lot. That's my own opinion. I do only civil trials, personal injury cases, contract disputes. But I've had situations where, like, oh my heaven's sake, how could they have thought that? Well, I have a tool that I can deal with that. It's called jury notwithstanding the verdict, judgment notwithstanding the verdict. I can say, there is no possible way that a reasonable jury would have reached that conclusion. And I've done that twice.
And clearly not afraid to talk about it on camera. At the beginning of that clip, he said, I'm going to say something controversial, even though I know I'm on camera. I mean, Rick, you can't make this stuff up.
No, look, they are very proud of their ability to do and say anything. And mainly, the media in New York City, the media that are supposed to be holding these judges to account, they don't care. They support it. They cheerlead. And so we have politicians in Washington, we have judges on the left going insane, going more radical, and making up new ideas and principles just to keep power. Look, I think it's really clear that we need to say it from the mountaintops, Bianca, that state politicians are beginning to evaluate personal property of individuals. They are the ones who get to come up with the valuations. Think about that. State politicians can now overrule the market.
Yeah, it's a frightening proposition. It really is. And obviously, Letitia James' own campaign promise to get Trump campaigning on it does call into so many questions about her now going after him civilly, that she should be recusing herself. And, well, again, we're watching former President Trump not afraid to come out and keep addressing the cameras. I guess if he can't be on the campaign trail, the court of public opinion is right here for him. Final 10 seconds to you, Ambassador.
Well, look, I would just say to the Democrats who are making these new rules, don't hate the player in the red state that decides to follow your new rule, and politicians start to reevaluate the personal property of individuals. That they've made this rule, don't hate the player.
All right, former ambassador to Germany, Ric Grenell, pleasure to have you in. Thank you for your time today.